Hello viewers, welcome to this session on dissertation work. It is a doubt clearing session from the School of Tourism and Hospitality Services Management. I am Dr. Tangjakhombi Akoijam, and with me I have my director, Professor Paramita Suklabaidya, and we will be discussing about the dissertation work, which is a part of the Master of Tourism and Travel Management program, which the school is offering. And before we start or we go into the details of the dissertation work, which is a component of the master's program, we would like to give you a brief about the various programs which the school offers. And I would like to request my director, Professor Paramita Suklabaidya, to speak about the programs in brief. Please.
Hello learners. Welcome to this session of School of Tourism and Hospitality Services Management. With this program, I'd like to introduce you to the various programs that the school offers. I am Professor Paramita Suklabaidya, Director of the school, SOTHM. So the school offers programs right from certificate level till PhD. At this point of time, the school offers certificate in tourism studies, diploma in tourism studies, bachelor's in tourism studies, that is the BTS program. BTS program is a 3-year program of the school, and along with BTS program we also offer another tourism degree under UG program which is known as BA VTM, that is BA in Vocational Studies Tourism Management. These are the two programs that we offer at the undergraduate level for the tourism students. They will equip you with the information and knowledge to serve in the tourism industry. These programs give you basic knowledge about tourism industry, the components of tourism industry, wherein you can fit in as an employee, as an entrepreneur in the tourism industry. When we say the tourism industry, we speak about travel agents, tour operators, MICE, that is meeting, incentives, conferences and events industry, and so on. We can also help you learn to be a tour escort or a local guide. It gives you enough information to do that. In case you are interested in running and operating your own agency or tour operations, tour packaging department, then you can also learn about the process of doing that from these courses. These courses do not actually, these programs will not only equip you with the knowledge, but they will also tell you what the industry is doing, how the industry is working at this point of time. After BTS and BA VTM program in the bachelor's level, we have a master's program, that is the Masters in Tourism and Travel Management, one of our very popular programs, MTTM. And today we are here to discuss more about MTTM, but I'll come to it later. Along with these three programs, MTTM is more popular among the people who are already in service. MTTM is giving more inputs to the managerial level requirements as a manager, as a supervisor, what you would be needing. So master's level program is not just about information about the industry, but is also about how to run an organization, how to work in an organization, and herein what all will be needed at a managerial and a supervisory level. In case you are academically inclined and you would like to pursue more in the area of academics, then the school also offers you a PhD program in tourism and hospitality management. So for that program, you have to sit for the entrance exam followed by an interview. This is a recognized program of the university and UGC, and also very popular among those who want to pursue their academic career in teaching and research in tourism and hospitality. Along with this, the school also offers certain short-term courses and programs in hospitality. They are offered as a certificate in front office, that is the front office of a hotel, what are the activities that are required there. It's a short-term program that is more skill-oriented. Then we have certificate in housekeeping operations, food and beverage operations, and a PG diploma in hotel operations. This short-term programs of certificate are at, as you understand, it is just an introductory level. It just gives an introduction of the job requirement and what you are expected to do. Whereas a PG diploma in hotel operations is a more comprehensive program which gives you an introduction to all the areas of hotel operations, that is front office, room division, and kitchen and all, and it is food production. So it is a more comprehensive thing. That is the reason it is called PG diploma in hotel operation. As the name suggests, this is a PG diploma is a diploma after graduation. Along with the courses and programs in tourism and hospitality, the school is first to launch a BA in Facility and Services Management. BA in Facility and Services Management is an undergraduate program in the area of Facility Services Management. Facility Services Management, as you are aware, and it is a vast area which is still coming up in the country. Facility services refers to the areas such as how do you manage a mall, what are the activities that are being done in a mall to manage it and run it properly. Facility and services management also refer to how in a residential complex the area is taken care of, what are the facilities that are being provided. Even in an office area, there are a different group of people who look after the facilities that are provided in the office or a whole complex, a building. The facilities could be cleaning facilities, it could be security facilities, it could be to ensure that the building is certified for firefighting and has got all the licenses to be operational. There are also other areas like horticulture, maintenance, regular upkeep of the building and the facilities that are being handled and given to the personals using the building. These are usually nowadays outsourced to a facility management company, and in this program of BA in Facility and Services Management, we inform you or we introduce you to the whole area of facility and services management. We equip you with the skills to work in this industry of facility and services management. So it is one of its kind. At this point of time, we have just launched it last year and it is getting popular as the day goes by. Now coming back to the program that we are dealing with today, that is the Masters in Tourism and Travel Management. This is a program which is a 2-year postgraduate master's degree program, and Dr. Akoijam is the program coordinator of MTTM. Let us now start by discussing the structure of MTTM.
Yes, taking over from Professor Paramita. This MTTM program, it is, like she said, it is the minimum duration is 2 years and the maximum duration is 4 years. And in this program, it is the fees are paid annually. But what we have done is to facilitate the students, we have structured it in such a way that we have divided into semester. Please mind that this is not a semester-wise program. It is divided into semester. And say supposing if a student is enrolled in January 2023, then after 6 months, that is after the first semester, he or she can give the first semester examination. And in the first semester, we have 4 courses. And when we say by courses, we mean the papers. So we have MTTM 1, which deals with management functions and behavior in tourism. Then MTTM 2 is on human resource planning and development in tourism. MTTM 3 is on managing personnel in tourism, and MTTM 4 is information management systems in tourism. So you can see all these 4 papers are basically management oriented papers. And to give you a brief on how the program is structured, we have 2 eligibility criteria. One is we put our students in one in category 1 and another in category 2. The only difference between category 1 and category 2 is in category 2, which is open to any graduate from any discipline, they have to do 4 additional papers, foundation in tourism. And in category 1, these are for learners or for students who have already got a foundation in tourism. They have a background in tourism studies. For example, he may be a bachelor's in tourism studies degree holder, or even hotel management, which is recognized by AICTE. Or we have a bachelor's program in hospitality. The program code is BHM, which was offered in collaboration with IGNOU and National Council of Catering and Technology. And those students who have passed this program can also get themselves enrolled in category 1. And because in category 2, the students or the learners who are enrolled, they do not have that basic knowledge about tourism. So we have introduced 4 basic courses on tourism, which talks about the first is TS1, which is understanding the basic concepts of tourism, and TS2 is on tourism products. Then TS3 is on tourism management, and TS6 is on tourism marketing. And the thing is, these 4 courses, the students have to give the exam, but the marks that you acquire or the marks that they get in this examination, it will not be counted in the overall when we decide the merit or we give you the grades or the division. It is a non-credit course. We call it as non-credit course, but it is essential that the learner has to clear this paper, and it is always advisable. We have also structured it in such a way that the 2 courses, the first 2 courses, TS1 and TS2, we advise the student to complete it along with the first semester, and TS3 and TS6 along with the second semester, so that they complete all the foundation course in the first year itself. If you look at the second semester, we have another 4 papers or courses in this. MTTM 5 is on accounting and finance for tourism managers. MTTM 6 is for marketing for tourism managers. MTTM 7 is managing sales and promotion in tourism, and MTTM 8, this is a very important course. It talks about managing entrepreneurship and small business in tourism. So all the 8 courses of the first year, they are management oriented. And MTTM 5 and MTTM 6, when we give you the study materials, we have taken these 2 courses from the School of Management of the same university, from IGNOU. And so when you get the study material, you will be getting study material of MS4 and MS6. So please keep this in mind. If you say we have MTTM 5 and MTTM 6, the books are not listed as MTTM 5 and MTTM 6 respectively, but you will be getting the study material of MS4 and MS6. This we count as MTTM 5 and MTTM 6 respectively. If Dr. Paramita can please explain the second year structure.
This is third semester.
A third semester. Okay. If not.
Yes.
This is the fourth semester. Okay. In the third semester, there is a slight mistake here in the thing. In the third semester, we have again 4 courses. And in this, we have MTTM 9, which is understanding the tourism market, and MTTM 10, which is on tourism impacts, and MTTM 11. One important inclusion in this is the dissertation component, MTTM 16. This is the practical component, we would say, in the program structure, and this is what we are going to discuss today in this particular session. Any doubts that the learner have, they can phone in, and then we are here to answer the query, because this is a component where we do not have this is not a theory paper, so the students are hands-on involved in it, and therefore there are a lot of queries from the student, how to go about it, who is going to be my supervisor, how the proposal is going to be prepared. Although we have already given a small guidebook in the form of a study material, we call it as MTTM 16 dissertation guidebook, where everything is written comprehensively, right from identification of the tourism dissertation work topic till the submission, where to submit, how to submit, when to submit, to whom to submit. So it is a very comprehensive document or study material that the students or the learners are advised to read carefully, because every line which is written in that dissertation work, it gives you a clear idea how to go about it. So let us go to the semester 4 courses before we go deep into the discussion of MTTM 16.
Yes, as Akoijam was saying, Dr. Akoijam has started by giving you a complete structure of MTTM program, which I forgot to mention initially. In IGNOU, all the degrees are mentioned as programs, and all the subjects that we study are mentioned as courses. So we have been discussing the courses that are offered in MTTM program, and as Akoijam has very eloquently said, the program is designed in such a way that the managerial aspects of the program is discussed in the first year, and the second year is more specific and related to the tourism area of study. So we have MTTM 9, that is the profiling and the market, understanding the market of tourism, or which market is more viable for tourism promotion from India and to India. It gives us a comprehensive understanding of it, and the statistics are updated regularly, though I would not say every year, but regularly the statistics are updated and given to the students as an annexure with the study material. Then we have tourism impacts, which talks about all the impacts that tourism has on economy, on socio-cultural aspects of life of host and guest. It discusses host-guest relationship as well, how to manage it, because discussing the problems is not the area of masters. The solutions and case studies are also given in this. Economic benefits and environmental impacts, environmental benefits. These are all managed and discussed in this course on tourism impacts. Then we have a course on tourism planning. At this point of time, what we really need is proper planning of tourism, since tourism is getting a lot of boost both from the government as well as from the tourists and the locals who want to participate in it. But unplanned tourism activity will always lead to more disasters than prosperity. So based on that, tourism planning and strategies are discussed in one of the courses. MTTM 11 is there for that. And in the third semester, as Akoijam was saying, we introduce the concept of dissertation to you. The reason dissertation is called MTTM 16 but introduced in MTTM third semester is for the simple reason dissertation is a hands-on activity. And when you have a hands-on activity, you need to participate more, get to the field, learn, come back, change your topic, go back and do the activities and then prepare something worthwhile. It will take time and cannot be completed within 6 months. That is the reason MTTM 16, though MTTM 16 is offered in third semester itself. In the fourth semester, we have again tourism-oriented courses. This refers to tourism products, in which we tell you how to design tourism products, how to develop tourism products, the core products levels that are there, the levels of generic, augmented, expected products. We discuss all of them, potential products. All the 5 levels of products are discussed. How to design a tourism product. In case you are working in the industry, you can come up with ideas, how you can come up with new tourism product to entice people, entice tourists more. As you are aware, even if as a layman, that more areas of tourism are coming up every year. What were considered at niche are now becoming more popular among the tourists. Like once upon a time, health tourism was a niche area. Now within health, we have medical tourism, we have wellness tourism, we have holistic tourism. So these were what were earlier specialized areas have now become part of the regular mass tourism. The same with adventure tourism, rural tourism, and so many areas are there. Ethnic tourism. And these are the areas that are discussed in depth, and you are taught how to come up with ideas in MTTM 12, that is tourism product design and development. Tourism MTTM 13 is about tourism operations. You have designed something, you have brought it to the market, now it is in process. It is very useful for people already in the industry who are working. They can also come up with some ideas about whether, how, if there is a problem, whether that can be solved at their level or it can need some other mitigation at other levels. So that is what we talk about in MTTM 13, management of operations, and what is the latest that is happening. Then we also have a very specific course in fourth semester that deals with transport operations. Accessibility is a very important part of tourism. I might have the best of attractions at one of the destination, but if people are not able to reach that place, if tourists are not able to reach that place, that attraction is useless. So that process of reaching a destination, the process of reaching a site is known as accessibility. How accessible a site is. To reach a place, we have 3-4 options, right? 3 as in air, water, and surface. So these are 3, but in surface we have 2 options. It can be road or it can be rail. So these are the options available to us to reach any destination, any site, to check it out, to check the attraction, to find out whether the attraction is worth visiting again and again, right? So one of the major ways of reaching any destination is surface transportation. Surface transportation is often referred to as the last mile connect. I hope you understand the concept of last mile connect, since even if we take the air, water, rail, whatever, it is a road transport which will finally take us to the final destination, whether it is an attraction, a site, or whether it is our hotel, or it is a food and beverage outlet that we have come to visit and eat from. So last mile connect is the road transport, which is a vast area of study. And in our program, this course, MTTM 14 on transportation, is all about surface transportation, road transportation. What are the licenses required? What are the acts that are involved? How it is useful to you as a tourism professional? This is an area which has not been explored in earlier, so this is one of its kind and gives enough information for you to start your own business in transportation if you want to. So that is what management program is all about, this MTTM. It gives you some areas, some ideas of starting your own work in as an entrepreneur if you so desire. And MTTM 15, it is a course on MICE management. This has been revised recently and is talks about the various areas of MICE. MICE is meetings, incentives, conferences and events. It can also be exhibitions or trade fair or whatever kind of event that you are talking about. This MICE management gives you an introduction to all the areas of MICE. It also tells you how to go about it. It also discusses case studies. It has been prepared in consultation with the industry. So the case studies are more updated. It gives you more information about how to go about starting a whole new study, a whole new business of MICE. So this MTTM 115 or earlier which was known as MTTM 15, both of them are about MICE management. This MTTM 115 is the updated version, revised version. So as of now, if you join this program, you will be getting MTTM 115 and not MTTM 15. This is one area which will really help you develop your own specialization and decide whether you want to go for it. Now let's get back to MTTM 16, the reason we are having this doubt clearance session. MTTM 16, the dissertation one, which requires more of field work, which requires more of research methodology, and this is one area where students always have many questions. The first one is about supervisor. Who can be our supervisor? Akoijam?
Yeah, before we go on to who is a supervisor, we would like to stress upon why we have put the dissertation work. As Dr. Paramita, Professor Paramita has already explained to you, from MTTM 1 to MTTM 15, these are all theory papers. And in the first year, you have already covered the managerial aspect of the core of the program. We have managerial based courses in that. And you have, even if you are from category 2 also, you already have a foundation. You have already cleared those 4 foundation courses in tourism. So you have both the you have been both introduced to both the what you call the managerial aspect of the theory paper as well as the tourism operation. So you are now in a fairly good space to apply this theoretical knowledge that you have got from the courses, from the program, and then apply it somewhere like into a practical form. So we have kept this dissertation work so that it will give you the opportunity to face a real situation in your professional training in different areas of tourism, and it is up to you to decide the topic and then decide the area or the study area also, as well as the topic, and then you can work on it. But the real reason why we have kept this dissertation work is to give you a practical a type of a practical component. We have tried to ingrain a practical component into this program. When you talk about who can be your supervisor, if we before we let me just who can be your supervisor. See, there are two things that we have kept, two categories that we have kept. All the academic counselors of the MTTM program at the study centers, we have recognized them as supervisor for guiding the dissertation work. So you can approach your study center, they will allot you a supervisor who is an approved academic counselor. And in case if you are working or you have accessibility issue of going to your study center, we have also given you another option of to identify your supervisor. You can have somebody from outside the IGNOU system. So it can be a person from the tourism industry or tourism related enterprises, or it can be somebody or an academics or a teacher who is teaching with at least 3 years of teaching experience. And the manager who can be your guide, they should have at least 5 years of managerial experience. So you have two options. One is you can go to your study center, they will allot you a supervisor who is an approved academic counselor. And in case if you feel you want to explore other opportunity or other areas, then you can choose your own supervisor. That is, you can contact somebody from the tourism industry or from the tourism academia, and then he or she can be your guide, provided that they give you their consent and they meet the criteria that we have listed out. And you have to prepare the proposal, and whether your supervisor is approved or not is when you send in the proposal to us. We'll look at the credential of the supervisor, and then we will give the approval. So before we go into that, let us look into what are the things that we are going to discuss this. Today we will be looking at the objective and the introduction, which we have discussed up till now, and why tourism research is important. And then we go deep into the dissertation work, wherein we talk about, I've just explained who can be your dissertation supervisor, and then we will talk about selection of the topic, and then the dissertation proposal, how to prepare the dissertation proposal. And then we will also be talking about some sample themes of research. So this will give you an idea how to identify or to narrow down to the specific topic that you're going to work on. And then we will also touch upon the research methodology, a little bit on it, and how to write your dissertation, the writing as well as the editing part. And then we will talk about the final dissertation report, submission and evaluation. So all this we will discuss after the break, and stay with us. We will be taking a short break and then coming to you with more on MTTM 16 dissertation work.
Indira Gandhi National Open University, accredited with A++ grade by NAC, provides you a quality education in open and distance learning. School of Performing and Visual Art is offering a wide range of programs in performing and visual art. Certificate program in painting, certificate program in applied art, certificate program in Bharatanatyam dance, certificate program in Hindustani music, Carnatic music and theatre arts.
बहुत यत्न करने के बाद भी नहीं पा सका। संजोग से मैं इस बार लेके आया हूँ।
All the certificate programs are of 6 months duration with 16 credits. We offer 1-year diploma in theatre arts with 10+2 eligibility criteria of 32 credits. The learners are exposed to various aspects of elements of drama, theatre games, acting techniques, scene work procedures, and they will also have the opportunity to take part in a classroom play production. We also offer bachelor's degree in Hindustani music. This program is duration of 3 years and learners are having the flexibility to complete this program over a period of 6 years. Apart from bachelor's, we also offer masters in drawing and painting with a duration of 2 years. Apart from certificate programs, degree, masters, we also offer PhD programs in performing and visual art with a specialization of visual arts, music, dance and theatre. Art is the perfect manifestation of every human being. So what you are waiting for? For online admissions, please visit our website www.ignou.ac.in. For more details, you can also contact Director, School of Performing and Visual Art, Block number 15G, IGNOU, Maidan Gadi, New Delhi. You can also reach us at sopva@ignou.ac.in. Happy learning!
आश्रम के चूहे पकड़े। तुम तो सचमुच राजा लगने लगे।
पता नहीं ये राजयोग कब तक रहेगा।
तो हमारी माया के लिए सुरक्षित है।
Hello viewers, welcome back to this special session from the School of Tourism and Hospitality Services Management. I am Dr. Tangjakhombi Akoijam and I have with me my director, Professor Paramita Suklabaidya. And before we went on break, we had talked about the various programs of the school in brief, and we have also talked about the structure of the Master of Tourism and Travel Management program. We have introduced you to the concept of MTTM 16, which is the dissertation work, and we have talked about how to identify the supervisor or who can be your supervisor. We have said all academic counselors in the IGNOU Study Center, approved academic counselors, they are also approved to be the supervisor for the dissertation work. And in
If
case,
I may say,
yes, please.
when we speak of approved academic counselors, we are talking about the academic counselors of tourism, MTTM or of BTS. So the approved academic counselor of the tourism programs can also be a supervisor for the MTTM program, not all academic counselors per se. And at the same time, when we talk about academics, academics can be from any college, university who are teaching and probably in tourism or in relevant field with minimum of 3 years of teaching experience, right, Akoijam?
Yes. And to add to that, supposing if you are taking a topic on related, not specifically to tourism, related to tourism, because all since you'll be getting a master degree in tourism, we encourage that you stick to this area of tourism. You can also have teachers who are teaching in geography or ecology or environmental science. If your topic is related, say you are talking about the environmental impact of tourism, then you can have an academics or a teacher who is teaching environmental science or sustainability science. So these are the broad criteria that we have kept so that you will be having a supervisor who can guide you in your dissertation work.
So, like if you are planning to do something in entrepreneurship, if you want to do a case study on the entrepreneurial activities in tourism, then you can go to a teacher in management who has been working in this area. If you want to study in the area of tourist psychology, profiling tourists, what is it that attracts tourists to a destination? How can tourists be attracted and motivated to visit a destination? For that, you can also take the help of any teacher from management or from psychology or related such areas which can help you in understanding the topic better. It is not necessary that the topic should only be from core area of tourism. It can be something which is on the fringes of tourism as well, but primarily try to take up a topic which is a little innovative, area which has not been explored before. Many a times we have the same kind of topic sent to us again and again, which has been well researched. Like Akoijam would tell you that we receive at least 10 to 15 proposals every year which talks about visit to Vaishno Devi, right?
Yes.
They talk about cultural tourism and religious tourism, and all of them are about Vaishno Devi only. There are other places of religious importance, the other places of pilgrimage. There are other places which have problem in religious tourism, which are benefits are being given to the locals. So why not explore them? Why send 20 projects only on Vaishno Devi and 10 on Amritsar Golden Temple and such places? So try to find an area which has not been explored before, something which is near to your place. If you are staying in Delhi, do not go for studying something which is in Arunachal Pradesh if you do not intend to go there and collect the data. If you are in Delhi, pick up an area, pick up a topic which is near to your residential area or near to the area where you work, so that you can go and collect the field, whatever field data is required, right?
Yes, see, selection of the topic is a very important area because your dissertation work starts from here. But before we come into this, I just want to remind you about the second category of a supervisor. He or she can be an industry person with 5 years, at least 5 years of managerial experience. And there is another qualification criteria that we have. The manager should be at least a graduate. At least a graduate,
Preferably at least a graduate, preferably somebody who has pursued their masters. If you are guiding somebody who is doing a master's research program, so it is preferred that they have done masters, but at least a graduate. So that is there.
Yeah, and coming back to the selection of the topic, we have also discussed a lot in the school among the faculty members and all, how and when we guide the research scholars, how do you identify a topic? At the master's level for your dissertation work, since you have already got the background up till now of the managerial aspect as well as a tourism operation, you have some idea of your interest area, or because you will be doing the dissertation work, so the interest has to sustain you. You have to be self-motivated, and you should look for an idea or a topic where you feel you can complete your dissertation work, and not just for the sake of completing the degree as a component of the degree, but so that you will learn or you can apply whatever knowledge that you have gathered somewhere, because the basic purpose of why we have kept is so that it is an applicable area of the knowledge that you have gathered so far. So if that goal is achieved, then we feel that the inclusion of MTTM 16 into the MTTM structure is justified to some extent. But if you are just doing it for the sake of completing the program, making the dissertation report, and just getting scrapping through it, getting pass mark, it will be of no use even if you get the degree. So how do you start with the generation of the idea of the research topic? There are various sources from where you can come up with an idea. Say you are reading the morning newspaper, and then you feel a landslide has occurred, or certain environmental havoc has taken place and lots of tourists are displaced. Then it might trigger in you why such things are happening at a mass scale now. So today it is in Spain, tomorrow it might be in India, and another time it might be in Nepal. So you can start asking question. Formulating or finding the research question is very important. If you feel so many things, so many incidents are happening, so why it is happening and how it is impacting the tourism industry. So when you have started questioning yourself, then the idea generation, this is the starting of the generation of the idea, and from there you can take on. When you visit the study centers also, you have your peer group, students who are also enrolled in the same program. You're going for counseling sessions. You can also talk among yourself and then decide on, not exactly decide, but you can discuss among yourself what can be the topic on which we can work on. Current affairs is helpful. You can discuss with the academic counselors there. And not only that, if you are already working and you are enrolled in the program, then you have certain work experiences which you can relate with the courses that you have taken so far and your interest area, and then you can generate ideas from that also. And
Yes,
and
I
Dr.
agree
Paramita
with,
will also agree with
yes.
that.
I agree with you, Akoijam. For me, one of the best places to get an idea going is newspaper. You read a newspaper article which says that senior citizen concessions for railway travels has been withdrawn for most of the places, most of the trains. Only in few trains it has been available now. So that should trigger the researcher in you, that if the senior citizen concession is withdrawn, is it impacting the travel? You can just go and find out the data of one train and find out how the travel profile of the tourists traveling on that one train has changed over the last few months, after the concession has been withdrawn and before the concession was given. If you cannot find the data of the complete train, at least find the data from your own station. From your own station, how many people have started boarding the train now, or has it impacted the travel? See, newspaper is the best place to generate an idea. If you do not think that you can come up with an idea from the newspapers, let me give you another example. You travel on the metro. I'm talking of Delhi. You can be from other places. I'm just giving an example from my city. You are traveling in metro. Do you see tourists coming and riding the metro? Is metro helping the tourist? Is it the places, you can check out the places, the metro stations near the heritage sites and find out how things have changed. For that matter, you might have come across this new metro line that has opened in Kolkata under the water. So is it going to make any changes in the tourism profile of that city? You can do a small research in that and come up with some ideas. For that matter, you can also find out in Tirupati temples how many people go by the VIP lines and how many go by the regular lines, and is there any change in the behavior of the tourist of the two lines? What are their expectations? What is the amount of money they are willing to pay? So that will actually give travel agents and tour operators an idea of creating tourism products to suit both of them. Yes, we have an idea what these two group of people want, but they are only perceptions, not studies. So you can do that small study on that. For that matter, you can also take out some small study group, as in when people go for a jungle safari, how many actually see a tiger, how many actually ride on an elephant, what is the impact of an elephant ride on a tourist and on the animal. There are so many areas to look forward to. The basic thing is you need to read more, you need to interact with your peer group more. That is the first thing that we tell students, that at the master's level we cannot tell you which area to look forward to for a research. At the master's level, you need to be updating yourself every day. You are getting a master's degree, which makes you, as the name says, you are a master's in the subject. And you can be a master's in the subject if you keep yourself updated. Otherwise, you are going to get obsolete. So the research area is something which should be of your own choice. I give you an area to research on and I say, do this work. You may not like to pursue that after a couple of weeks because it is not an area of your interest. So this is what is primarily very important in the case of any small, big or major research work that you want to take up.
And to add to that, we would like to advise all the learners enrolled in this program that since you are enrolled in a master degree program, we do not expect you to work on just compilation of tourist attraction at a certain destination. This is a very rudimentary level of compilation of work, which even school levels may. Nowadays, they start from the primary section itself, right? From class 1 onwards, the teachers give them the assignments. You go and collect some information about the Taj Mahal.
Places to visit in your city.
Places to visit in your, and we start doing it at the standard of the primary level from classes 1 onwards. So at the master's level, we do not expect and we do not think that it is acceptable. It is not only appropriate, it is not acceptable at all that you just compile the destination information and then present it as a dissertation work. At the master's level, we would want you to be a little more analytical. So when you choose a topic, when you generate the idea also, and because after the generation of the idea, then you will formulate or you will come with the exact topic of the dissertation work. So we expect that you become a little more analytical, a little more interpretation from your side. No doubt you have to collect the information about the destination if you're working on a topic, but why? You have to answer the question why, how, where, when, how. So all these things, all these answers needs to be given from your own perspective. You collect the data, you look into it, and then you do your analysis and you give your interpretation. This is what we expect from you. And we would give you with some sample themes of research. I am emphasizing on the word themes. These are not topics, these are themes. So we will just go through a few of them so that you will have an idea where are the different areas where Professor Paramita has already explained where you can generate, and she has given examples also which are the areas where you can work. We are not giving you the exact topic, because giving the exact topic, like C says, it will not sustain in the long run. The topic has to come from you. We are just giving you now the themes from where you can generate the topics and you can go about it. First, we can talk about tourism management.
In tourism management, as we have taught you earlier in the first semester, we have tourism and management related topics, right? The first 2 semesters are mostly management and how they are applied in tourism and service industry. So when we talk about these themes here, if you check the first 2 themes, they talk about organizational culture, HRM policies. What happens is most of the students just send us a profile of the company. Company profile is available for all of us on the website. Why would we need it from you as a dissertation report? If you want to understand a organizational culture, then find out how they are working in the organization. What is the hours of work that a person puts in an organization? What is the hierarchy and what is the level of responsibility given at each hierarchy? That will make some sense of tourism organization, not company profile. When we speak of HRM policies, you can always check with an organization whether it is following all the rules and regulations as laid down by the government of India. Like, does it have a creche where there are more than 12 number of women working in it? Does it have a panel for any sexual harassment problems that might arise in the organization? Are the sexual harassment cases being solved and forwarded to the government as per the norms? Do the company or the organization have an HRM policy regarding pay, regarding leave, regarding absence, regarding terminations? So, what are the policies they have in HRM? We do not want a company profile saying this company has been existence in so many years. They have an HR department. The HR policy has been formulated by so and so in so many years. Forget about that. Find out what is the organization's employees' reaction to the HR policies. Is the organization fulfilling all the needs and following what has been laid down in the HR policy? That can be found out only by interacting with the employees. So, if you are doing a research, do not take up the company policy from the website and submit it to us by saying that this is the HRM policy. I have done a study. No. Analyze it. Is it what the government of the country says? Is it what the government of the state says? Are the employees happy with the rules and regulations? Are they being followed? So that is an analysis, it is a complete analysis of the HR policy. That is what we are expecting you to do in the theme. You pick up one organization and do it. If you want to understand about organizational culture, pick up one small organization and do it. I know what MMT has as its policies and all on the website. Don't do that. Don't give me what Thomas Cook is doing in India. We do not want that. And surprisingly, so many people still give us topics of Sita and Air India, which does not talk about Indian Airlines at all. And we have still getting topics on Indian Airlines. So, which goes to show that somewhere the students are not able to manage with the things. There are so many other organizations, so many other airlines. Do a comparative study. Do a comparative study of the HR policies of an LCC and the HR policy of a full service airlines. Do the comparative study of the HR policy of an organization which is offering both LCC as well as full service tickets. Do a comparison. Do a comparative study. This is what we are expecting you to do. We do not expect a research thesis from you, but the topic should not be such that it makes us wonder if we have been able to reach you. If the topics are just company profile for HRM, for tourism management, that it does not work. Like, it talks about safety and security concern. You can do a very good study on finding out how the organizations have changed their behavior, how they have changed their work culture post-COVID. Take out small organization and see if the pandemic has left its effect on all the organizations, or it is only the major organizations, the big organizations, who have shown more concerns towards the safety and security. You can do a comparative study. You can do a general study, a generic study on 5-6 small organizations. The safety and security concerns can be health and safety and security concerns. It can be a safety and security concerns leading to physical safety and security concerns. There are many areas. It is just one theme. It is not a topic, right?
Yeah. And then you can talk about gender issues. You can talk about under the broad area of tourism management. You can also talk about the carrying capacity of the destination. This is very important. Climate change is happening all over the world, and we are all witnesses to that. So you can look into it, how it impacts tourism destination. And the tourism destination or the study area that you chooses, it can be your own, the area where you are residing. You need not go and look for a destination in, supposing if you are from Delhi, you do not go and look for a destination in Kerala, because
Yes.
many a times we see this mismatch. A student in Delhi is submitting a proposal on say Tamil Nadu or even Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. Now when we'll come back to you in a while, when we ask you to submit a proposal, we have given you the structure of what needs to be included in that proposal. So there is a point which says rationale for choosing the topic. So we are not saying that students who are residing in Delhi, they cannot talk or take up a study area in other destination. What we are saying is, you just give us a justification. Say, I am from Manipur, and if I want to work on, I'm staying in Delhi, I'm from Manipur, if I want to work on a topic in Manipur, that is acceptable with us also.
Even in Northeast.
Yeah, anywhere. But the thing is, you have to give us a justification.
You have
can
to
say,
travel,
yeah, you can
get
say,
the data.
I am based now in Kerala, or I am a native of that area, or I have work experience in that area. I have collaborated with some NGOs in that area.
I'm traveling to that place. I will collect the data during that point of time.
Yeah.
Something like that, which tells us that it is something that you will be directly involved with, not something that will be picked up and presented to us as a group of information. There are so many other areas that we can talk about as themes. It can be a public-private partnership in tourism and hospitality. There's a major area that can be looked into. It is a theme. It's a theme. One of the major PPP activity that we have seen is in the preservation and conservation of Humayun Tomb and Sundar Nursery and so on. In Delhi area, the similar PPP model has also been applied in other heritage sites of the country. Depending upon the success, we either hear about it or not. But this is something you know more about your destination, your site than we do sitting here. So you can look up to these areas of PPP. You can look off the areas where the art and culture of that place has not been promoted. So I still remember a student from Bihar giving a beautiful dissertation on Madhubani paintings and how he does not give us, or the student did not give us information on Madhubani painting. We know that. The student gave us a study of how Madhubani painting and the work related to that has improved the life of the people staying in a village. How they have been more in touch with the urban centers, how tourists have been buying these Madhubani paintings, and how the lifestyle of these villagers have changed. So the student has actually concentrated on only one village, taken up only one thing, Madhubani painting and its repercussions on the lifestyle of the village, and presented a topic beautifully on that. So in this way, we actually have so many areas and themes based on which a student can prepare their own thesis, dissertation ideas, and present to us. The other areas that has to be looked into other after selecting a topic are Akoijam.
Yeah, so there are n number of themes or topic that you can have for your dissertation work. To give you a rundown of the small recapitulation of what we have discussed so far, we need a proposal of only 1000 words, and the steps are, you need to select the topic, you need to give the rationale behind the proposed topic, then you do a little bit of literature review, and then give it as an objectives of the study, and you give us also an outline of the research tools that you are going to work on, and then give us a chapter outline, and you get it signed by your supervisor, you send it to us, we will evaluate it, and we will give you the approval. And this approval is necessary if you have to submit your dissertation report, because without the proposal approval letter, you will not be able to submit your dissertation report, it will not be evaluated. So I hope we have
one thing.
yes.
I just want to add here, the synopsis has to be submitted to the program coordinator in the School of Tourism, Delhi, IGNOU headquarters. And as one of the students have asked, why do we have to submit it to the headquarters? We also would like to know our students of masters. We would also like to see if the work that you are doing, how you are doing it, and that is the reason it comes to the program coordinator at the headquarter, and then we send the comments to you. So do send it to the program coordinator headquarters.
So we have covered almost what is there in the dissertation report proposal preparation and the report to be made. I hope we have made ourselves clear. If you have any doubts, you can write into us at mtm@ignou.ac.in, and we also have our school email ID, and I hope it will @ignou.ac.in, and I hope it has been a learning experience both for you and for us. We would like to interact with you more, and let's hope you put in a lot of good work and hard work in your dissertation work, and we would be happy to collaborate and interact with you on that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
पहाड़ों पर जाना किसे पसंद नहीं। इस तरह के पहाड़ तो आपने देखे ही होंगे। चलिए आज आपको विशेष प्रकार के पहाड़ों की सैर कराते हैं। ये हैं कूड़े के पहाड़, जिनके बोझ तले दुनिया दबी जा रही है। इन कूड़े के पहाड़